athletes turned therapists. Our focus in these episodes is to humanize the athlete experience beyond the lines of their arena. In this podcast, we will explore the whole athlete, highlighting the mental, emotional, and social aspects of their journey. Okay, hi, everybody. We are back. We are back with the Millennium Athlete Wellness Podcast, and we have our intern, Scout Marie, with us today, who's been amazing. And I know, Scout, you've introed yourself before, but do you mind introing yourself just a little bit?
So my name is Scout Murray. I play soccer at Ohio University, and I was gonna play D3. I didn't take soccer like super, super seriously until my senior year of high school. Well, more so my junior year. But I decided that I really wanted to just go for it, and I got an offer to play D1 at Ohio University and took it. And now it's been a journey ever since. And I'm about to be a senior now. So it's crazy. It's gone by so fast.
I know. It literally, oh my gosh, it literally does. It goes by
so upsetting.
It
So upsetting.
goes by way too fast. It's freaky. It is so freaky.
It's scary.
I know.
And people tell you that always when you're a freshman. You're like, oh my God, everybody says that. And now I'm like, no, you guys are so lucky. Like, you better enjoy it.
It is so true. And I think there is like a bit of, I call it like time blindness almost when you're, well, you're a freshman and this pairs well with what we're going to be talking about today. But too, like everything's so new and you're just trying to absorb and adapt to just everything all at once. So you're not thinking about even sophomore year or the end or senior year. You're just like, this is the beginning of something. Yeah. And so it does. It's wild. It goes by really fast. But I think for freshmen specifically, you're just so immersed in the moment and just adapting a bunch that you're not even thinking about it. You're not even thinking.
I think that was like the hardest transition I've like ever gone through, because you go from being like the best player on every team you're on, and then you get to school and it's like that's how every player feels. Every player is like, well, I'm the best. And it's like, well, and I remember, so we have a fitness test. And I remember the first day the freshmen get there, all the seniors load your stuff. And I remember driving up and all the seniors were waiting for me. And I knew all their names because I like stalked them on every social media. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I know all of these people. Like, they're like celebrities.
Yeah.
And they're like carrying my stuff up and my parents are there. And I'm like just bare, like the whole thing is just so nerve wracking. I would never want to relive that moment. Like, I had tears in my eyes. And I'm about to have to leave my parents for the first time. And I'm like 8 hours away. So I'm not going to see them for like who knows when. And I just remember being like, and now I'm like, okay, see you guys in 3 months. Like, bye. Whatever, like, I'll see you when I see it. Like, at that point, it's just so much happening at once. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that was just a crazy transition. Like, how do you go from like also knowing everyone in your high school to now I'm going in the middle of Ohio. I've never even been to Ohio. Like, I don't know anything about this place. Also, like, everybody at my school pretty much is from Ohio. So they all like knew each other or of each other. And I'm just like this weirdo from the city. Like, they all thought I was like this crazy, like, party animal. I'm like,
hilarious.
Because I'm from Chicago. They're like, we thought you were going to be really crazy and weird. And I'm like, I'm just normal. Like, but I think that transition is like not talked about enough. Like, it's so much happening at once.
Mm-hmm. No, I love that you're bringing that up, and that's just going to be the focus of what we are talking about today is the transition from high school to college. So, I mean, listen up. If anybody's listening and you're in high school or you're a high school athlete going to play in college, or you're honestly just in high school going to college, I feel like this will be really resonant for you, or just for anybody that's an incoming freshman for athletics. It's a huge jump. It's a huge shift. what do you feel like, Scout, was your greatest challenge moving from high school, especially with soccer specifically, from senior year or even just high school in general to freshman year of college?
I think it's just the competitiveness.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I was on a pretty competitive club team my senior year, but I think like coming into this, like you are fighting every practice to play in a game. Like it's every single, there's not a given. There's no like, oh, I'm like definitely going to play. Like you're fighting every day. And that's, I think, something I had to like, and just how bad everybody wanted it. Like I remember practices where I would just get yelled at the whole practice. Just like, I was like, I would just go home and cry because I'm like, and now I'm like, have tougher skin, but also remember what it's like to be a freshman. And I'm like, maybe don't yell a freshman for an entire practice. That might not go down well. But I think just like the competitiveness of it, like I remember when we did the fitness test my freshman year, I stopped early and one of the seniors picked me up and put me back on the line and was like, no, we're not doing that. Which is honestly like, I loved that because I'm like, she sees me. I'm like this tiny person. She
Mhm.
sees me. But
Mhm.
at the same time, it's just like that is just so the intensity of it is just, I think, what I had to like adjust to. And the coaching, like the
Totally.
intensity of the coaching, like getting up at 6 a.m. every morning, like not being able to see my friends, like the whole thing becomes so like, it's your life when you decide to play in college, like, during season especially, like, I feel like in high school, it's like, I had a game, I practice. No, you're working around your soccer schedule. Like, you're not working around your school schedule, you're working around your soccer schedule.
Athletes,
So,
not student.
yeah, seriously, and, yeah, we always make that joke, but it does feel like that during season. It's, like, a lot.
I know, and I am looking at this too from a mental health perspective. Obviously, I know that that it does affect your mental health so much. But I will say there are a lot of like positive things that come from that too, because it really, I mean, it makes you stronger. When I think of mental health with this specifically, I also think of mental resiliency. It really, what it can do, it can break you down, but it builds you right back up. And I think
Yeah.
a lot of freshmen or also don't recognize like how strong they are. I'm like, you have the capacity to keep going and to keep pushing. And it can be a lot, but I do think like mental toughness plays a huge part in this. And you also learn. I think even learning what that means for each individual, like you just learn that, whoa, like I am mentally tough, or I'm teaching
Yeah.
myself how, almost like how to be mentally tough. And that can be exhausting, but there's so much like, I don't know, there are silver linings in that because you don't recognize like how strong you become, how resilient, how your mind even like wow, in the face of adversity, I keep going. And a lot of the times it's because you have to.
Right, like, there's no option. You're put into, like, a championship game, and you
Mhm.
are, like, wanna cry because someone's yelling at you. Like, there would be times when, like, these people that you idolize, like, these seniors expect so much of you, which is just it's hard to navigate because I guess high school soccer, but I just think that's a different thing. Like, a lot of those girls are just it's just different when you choose to go to college to play a sport. I feel like when these people are, especially when you're a people pleaser like me, which I think a lot of athletes, student athletes are, you want to like please everybody. But a lot of times it's like you can't please everybody.
Mhm.
And these people that you idolize, like your coach, all the seniors are like, I remember one time someone was like, really need you right now. Like, we really need you to step it up. And I'm substituting a 23-year-old. I'm 18. I'm like, how am I supposed to like, I don't know what to do. Like, yeah, it's just, I remember there was this is embarrassing, but this might make someone feel better. There were 2 embarrassing stories of my freshman year. One was we were 30 minutes into a away trip, and I forgot my soccer bag, forgot my entire soccer bag, which
Oh,
has
I've been there.
every
Not
single
pretty.
thing you need.
It's not pretty.
Um, yeah, every single thing you need, and I went to the seniors and I'm like, "What do I do? Because we can't turn around now. I have no cleats. I cannot play the game without this bag." And so I go up to the coach and they both just go silent and just look straight ahead. And I sat in my chair and cried the entire bus ride, like just mortified. And meanwhile, all the seniors are like laughing, think it's the most hilarious thing they've ever heard. Someone was actually still at my college, so they brought it, but so it all worked out. But that just stuff like that, it's like everything also feels like the end of the world. Like
Mm,
there's nothing, it's like you have no grasp of reality because you're just dealing with so many things at once. Like I remember just being like, which is also so fun. Like I remember being like, this is the best time of my entire life. I'm so lucky. But also like I'm also freaking out constantly. Like there's so many things that are happening right now. So I think it's just a lot to deal
mhm,
with
mhm.
and embarrassing moments. And if something embarrassing happens to you, I promise you will laugh about it in 3 years. Like, it's not the end of the world. So
That is such a oh my gosh, that is such a great, like, story. I feel for you. I really do because I've been there. I've been there too, or, like, I forgot the other color jersey, and I was like,
oh,
"Oh,
yeah.
oh no. Oh no." And
Yeah.
your stomach drops.
Yeah.
But I do like that you shared that as well because you're so human, and I we're all human, and it's just like
Yeah.
a human error and a mistake, and I think that's something to highlight too, especially for incoming freshmen. Like, it's you guys are not gonna know everything, and that's okay. It's
And
okay
I
to
tell
not
that
know.
story to, like,
Yeah.
every freshman that comes in. I'm like, "Stuff happens." Like, it's you're not gonna be and another thing that happened was I went into a game. They, like, threw me into a game. I barely played at all in the season, and they were setting up for the other team was setting up for a free kick. And they like so that means, like, the ball is put down and you are not allowed to touch it, like, the other team is just gonna run up and kick it, and had just been put into the game and was so nervous that I was, like, so confused and thought that it was like we were still playing, so I stole the ball from the other team that had set up for a free kick, stole the ball and started dribbled all the way down the field and tried to score before I had stopped running, and I tell freshmen that because 'cause I'm like, when you are put into a game that's that intense, it is so, like it's almost like an out of body experience, like, you have to, like and I told the freshmen this
It
last year, and they couldn't even believe it. I'm like, "I'm telling you, like, this stuff happens to every single person." Like, even if someone's trying to act all cool and, like, they're no, it happens to everyone, like, you just have to give it time, I feel like, and it
Mhm.
will pass. It's not the end of the world.
Oh my god, I love the end of the world thing is so true though because
Yeah.
it feels so
It
big.
genuinely feels yeah.
Huge, and that's oh my gosh, another I love that, that's another great story and example. I was gonna say with this too, like, yeah, just reminding yourself, you guys, like, you're all new to this, and you're new to the culture of a team as well, and
Right.
what is required, what is asked of you, what's a standard, like, the standards, so you're being thrown so much at you all at once, and so just a gentle reminder to be gentle with yourself. Everybody was a freshman at some point, and they've been through this, they've been where you've been, and it's okay to make mistakes, and it's
Yeah.
going to happen, and
Yeah.
you just learn through experience, and so I think for so you're not like suffering mentally or internally so much to like talk about it. I feel like that was the
Right.
best having seniors or upperclassmen or somebody to help guide you through those
Yeah.
moments too, or again, to kind of like take a breath and laugh at it. but I
Right.
know in the moment it feels so daunting. You're shook,
Right.
essentially, you
Right.
know? Ugh.
Yeah.
What do you feel like was challenging with that transition when it actually came to playing or even the competition as a whole
I
for you?
think playing time is always, like, just hard to just like, you have to trust the process, and that's, like, people everybody says that, but it's so true, like, even the jump that you make from freshman year to sophomore year, that was the most shocking thing to me because it doesn't feel like a lot even freshman fall to freshman spring, it feels like you are, like it feels like you jump from here to here, like, because you know what everybody wants of you. You know what the culture is. You know the school. You have your friends. Like, you know the coach. Like, everything changes. So when you start a new, so we have fall, spring season, and spring season.
Mhm.
When you start a new season, it feels like it's a completely different year, like, even if it's in the same year. And I remember my freshman fall, I played like 10, 20 minutes a game and that was just hard because you're also comparing yourself. You can't compare yourself to other people. Like every position is like so different. And I think that was just hard to just be like, okay, well, like this doesn't mean I'm never going to play. Like just because you aren't playing a ton, like I feel like I always tell freshmen when they come in, like, you should go in trying to like show what you have and put everything out there, but expecting not to play. Because if you go in expecting to just, like, be the star, you're never gonna get like, you're never gonna be I mean, and sometimes it happens, but, like, you shouldn't go in expecting to be the star as a freshman. You should go in willing to give everything, but, like, stuff happens, and I think just really trust the process because even from fall to spring, like, I remember being like, I'm so good now because you just, like, know everything that's happening, and it's a crazy jump. You have to trust the process, and
I couldn't agree more with that too, and I do agree even that first year. I mean, you and I were both fall seasons, so
yeah,
we started, like,
right
summer
off the bat.
2 days right off the bat, and I know other sports, it's different, whether it's winter or spring, there's spring sports, so
Yeah,
sometimes they do have a little bit more time to acclimate, but even then, you're still, like, being
right,
thrown to the wall of the wind or whatever. It's just like, but you are literally forced with fall just to be like all in, and you're just kind of like, I'm going to throw a dart at the dartboard and
yeah,
we'll see if it even lands. But
yeah,
I love to trust the process. Actually, it's hard for me to remember sometimes, like, again, 32,
yeah.
freshman year, but I do remember this specifically. I remember going in and we started 2 days, and this is like right from senior year high school to freshman year. And I started calling my parents like an
Oh, yeah,
excessive amount and like crying 24/7 for 3 weeks straight. And that's what I'm saying, you guys. It was only 3 weeks into just 2 days. And the whole time I remember it was telling my parents, like, they don't think I'm good. I'm never going to play. They think I suck. I'm so bad. They think I suck. They think I suck. I'm never going to see the court. And they're like, Sarah, it's been 3 weeks. Also, you're a freshman. Like, they're trying to acclimate. And they're like, you also have, which I thought was really interesting. My dad said this too to me. He's like, you have no proof. Where are you getting this proof? And I honestly use this in session with clients. They're like, you literally have no proof of they think you're bad. Just
right,
because you're not on the starting side or just because you weren't in one specific drill does not
right,
mean they think that. But I think there is something that we do, especially if you probably were the star of your high school team or your club
yeah,
team, whatever. It's like you hyper fixate on every look, every
yeah.
time that you do go in or don't go in, every drill that you're sort of part of or not. Like, it's crazy
Every
what our
facial
minds.
expression the
Yeah.
coaches make. Yeah, it's
Yes.
just constant.
And it's like, "Oh my gosh, my teammate, like, she got better feedback than me." You're like, like, it's wild. Mind concocts. And so that was one thing I was like, I have to stop searching for proof that I won't
Yeah.
play or that they don't like me. And once I just focused on just my game, things start to
Just play.
unfold. Just play. But I always remember that, like, I was searching for some
Yeah.
proof answers. It completely pulled me away from just, like, actually playing
Right.
playing
Because
the
you're not
sport.
thinking about playing, you're thinking about, like, what everyone thinks of you, like,
Yeah,
what what side you're on. It's like none of that. It's you have to focus on you and you just it's just so hard because there's, like I keep saying this, but I just think about, like, coming in and there's just so many things. Like, you're meeting all these new people at once, you have never seen the school, you, like, don't know the coaches. I remember the first day when we had the fitness test, I I was, like, so nervous that I was like, my whole body was shaking. Like, I was just so overwhelmed. I wouldn't even say nervous, it was just overwhelmed. So it's like, we have this test, and then we're playing soccer all day, and then we have to all get dinner, and I know no one. Like, there's just so many things happening in this day that is so stressful, and I think just, like honestly, I would say, like, take it day by day. Like, I remember there was one time I was like, "I'm just gonna, like, get through a day, reflect on it, and then it's all starts again." Like, just take it don't think you don't need to think about all the games you're gonna have, like, just take it practice by practice, and, like, you will figure it out. And also, don't be afraid to ask seniors for help because I love when people ask us for help because, like, we have so much advice to give. Like, if you have a question, like, seriously, I would recommend asking because someone will have an answer for you.
yes, because you guys we and it's like, we obviously, we're on the other side of it. You're gonna be like, we've been through it, but at that time, yeah, you haven't yet, and but that's the thing, everybody has gone through that. Everybody's been there, they know, they get it. But and your confidence, just remember this too, your confidence grows with time. Like, it just will. It just
Yeah.
will. So, even if you're a little shaky and nervous, just know that the nerves are normal. The nerves
Yeah.
are normal, but they will pass with time. You become more acclimated with time, and you understand the system better, and the structure, and how to adapt. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So but I just want to highlight, like, it's okay. It's okay. It's
It's
okay to be
okay. It will be
nervous.
okay.
It
Yeah.
will be okay. It
All
will
the
be
feelings are feelings that so many people have felt before. Like, it's very normal.
100. Yeah, your feelings are so valid.
Yeah, so valid. I am getting nervous thinking about it, so I understand.
Yeah, it's just I feel like go in with I always tell people this too, is stay open.
Yeah.
Just it's like stay open, and I think especially as a freshman, you're a sponge. Be a sponge.
Yeah.
Stay open because you don't know what to expect. That's the biggest thing. You really
Yeah.
can't know what to expect. But just be a sponge. And I remember my assistant coach would always tell me that. Just like be a sponge, just absorb the feedback
Yeah.
regardless whether it's positive or negative. It's okay. It's okay. Just be a sponge, and that's
Yeah.
all you need to do. It's all learning and growing freshman year. It really
Yeah.
is.
It really is. It's all learning and taking in as much information, and also, like, don't be afraid to, like, ask even your coaches questions, like, ask as many questions as you want. Like, because if you are showing that you care, because I've seen freshmen come in that don't care, like, that just don't show that they care or try to act cool, like, that's also not gonna get you anywhere. Like, you should put, like, your whole like, try your best to, like, put everything out there because showing that you care and wanna work as hard as possible, like, that will definitely help you and will also, like, make you feel more confident because you're getting the information that you need. And so I would say, like, really just give everything that you can, and I like to be a sponge. That's I wish someone told me that. I like
Oh, yeah, but I know, and even now that I'm thinking more about this too, it kind of from a higher perspective. Also, you guys, like, the coaches, they everybody knows this about freshmen. The coaches don't expect you to know everything. They don't, nobody is expecting you to be the star of the show. Okay. Like, it's the truth. Now, if you are amazing and good for you, and like people are going to be behind that, but that is not, they're expecting you to make mistakes. They're expecting you not to know everything. They're expecting you to be kind of bewildered. They're expecting you to be like, whoa, okay, we're going to change. For me, I was like, I went in and they changed everything about my platform as a volleyball player. I was like, oh, now I'm passing differently. Like they change a lot. So just being permeable to change and understanding that you're not, no, you're not supposed to walk in with a chip on your shoulder. You're supposed to walk in being like,
Right.
I don't really know anything. And that's what they're
Yeah, just teach me. Yeah.
just teach me. Yeah. I
Yeah.
love
And don't get stuck like on your ways either. Like, and if a coach is telling you, honestly, like I always tell freshmen this, if a coach is trying to tell you something, like it's a good thing. Like it's a bad thing when the coach isn't trying to tell you anything. So if someone is trying to tell you, and I still have to remind myself this, but it's not, they're not trying to like tear you down. They're literally trying to help. And I struggle with this too. I think everything's like negative, like, oh, I'm doing something wrong, of course. But they are seriously trying to help you and make you better. Like, you need to just like listen and not get stuck in your own ways, because it's a good thing if a coach is telling you or coaching you something. Like, that is always not a negative thing. So I'd say just like take as much information as you can, because that also, once you are not a freshman, they will expect you to know this stuff. So like you need to just take advantage of being like you're not expected to know everything, and take everything in that you can and ask as many questions as you
I love that. That's incredible perspective. The last thing I will say with that one, because again, my mind's, this is what happens. You say something and I'm like, yes, that's so real and so true. And that's something I even, like, Scott, I literally tell some of my clients that too. I'm like, listen, often I'm not, this isn't, I don't want to be like, this is all truth, all knowing truth,
can.
but I will say this. Sometimes coaches are hardest or provide the most feedback to the players or with the players that they see the most potential in,
Yeah.
or that have the ability to actually take that feedback because they're like, whoa, we can mold and shape this
Right.
play. And they're also receptive to the feedback, which is
Right.
huge, which means you're
Yeah.
so coachable, you know?
Yeah, I would say try to be coachable, because that's so true. Like, and I think I did struggle with that my freshman year, because sometimes it might be in a yell. Like they might be telling you something, which for me, I don't like yelling. So I'm like, when someone starts yelling at me, I'm like, please change your tone or else I can't do what you're asking of me. But yeah, if a coach is, that is 100% true. If a coach is like telling you, even if it's like, oftentimes a coach is yelling at you because they know that you can do better, or they've seen you do better.
Mhm.
And changing, like reframing that, and like, oh, they're not telling me I'm bad. They're telling me they know how good I could be. Like reframing that is so helpful, because it's so true. Like there's a coach is not going to be yelling at you or like telling you something that they really want you to do if they don't think you can do it. Like they're just not.
I love
So
that. Uh, okay, facts, and I think that's really, I think we just gave some really solid advice to
yeah.
freshmen, things that I like, I remember hearing, or things that I even wish I absorbed more at that time. So it wasn't, I wasn't so self-critical as well, you
Yeah.
know? But this was fantastic, Scout. Thank you for coming on, and we will see you all in the next one.